Hello everyone, a very good afternoon to all of you. This is Ashwin Ramani here, research analyst at SBI Securities. I hope I'm audible and I hope you all are able to see my screen. If you all can give me a heads up in the chat box. अगर मेरी आवाज सुनाई दे रही है, स्क्रीन दिखाई दे रहा है तो आप मुझे एक बार चैट बॉक्स में कमेंट करके बता सकते हो, so that I know you are with me live in the session. We'll just wait for a couple of minutes until few people join in. In the meantime, so before we start, wishing you and your family a very happy new year, guys. I wish nothing but peace, prosperity, and happiness for everyone in 2026. And hopefully, the markets are kind to us. And probably this is the year where Nifty significantly outperforms all our global peers as well. RDG, welcome back in 2026. Sudesh ji, Happy New Year to you as well. Sachin ji, Happy New Year. Murthy ji, good afternoon. Happy New Year. Oswald Palms, we'll discuss that. Mohit ji, Happy New Year. Sudesh ji, great. So let's start with today's mid-market session and the first mid-market session of 2026. Happy New Year, Ramkrishnan ji, Nikhil ji, good afternoon. Happy New Year to you as well. Great. Shiv Prasad ji, Happy New Year. Super. Shrikant ji, Happy New Year to you as well. Amol ji, Happy New Year. Great, guys. So Happy New Year. Wish you guys. I hope let's start. I hope 2026 is a good year for the markets. Now let us start off with an update on the global markets first. So US markets, if we see Dow Jones closed around 0.63% lower, S&P also closed around 0.74% lower. And if you look at Nasdaq closed 0.76% lower. If you see even Europe markets, I think closed in the red. Most of the Asian markets and Europe markets will be closed today. Now, if you look at the last 1 year's performance, Nifty is mildly positive, but again, relatively the movement is subdued. No volumes, no liquidity as well. If you look at Nifty is at 26,150, Sensex at 85,130. Now, if you look at the last 1 year performance, clearly it's been South Korea's Kospi has been the best performing index. That has gained almost 75% in 2025. Followed by Hang Seng. You can see the difference between 1 and 2. Clear outperformer was Kospi. Then Hang Seng gained around 30% last year. Nikkei gained around 27%. China also gained around 22% last year. Nasdaq gained 20%. Euro stocks gained around 19%. S&P gained 17%. Dow Jones gained 14%. Whereas Nifty gained around 10.5% in the last year. So relatively, it's not, I mean, despite all the headwinds that we had, so you can see the dip. Almost all the indices saw a dip in the month of April. This is when the tariff was announced by US President Donald Trump. Then we saw dollar appreciating against the rupee, moving to around 91 mark. Then we've been seeing, FIIs have been regularly selling in our markets. Then we had the Japanese bond yields with the yields rising there. The yen carry risk, unwinding risk. Despite all that, Nifty has managed to close the year with a gain of 10.5%. If you see in 2024, Nifty gained around 8%. But if you see from the last 10 years, Nifty has given a positive close. But compared to the global peers, we have underperformed. Hopefully, when we are doing a session again on 1st January 2027, hopefully Nifty will be at the top and all the other indices will be below Nifty. So let's hope for the best in 2026. If we look at the macro indicators, so dollar index continues to be trading below the 98 mark. So as long as I feel, till the time we are below the 100 mark in the dollar index, it is going to be a positive sign for us. If you look at dollar by rupee, again, dollar by rupee has, I think, post hitting the 91 mark, we have seen rupee gaining strength. But still, we could see again some strength building up in dollar here as well. But I feel hopefully we should be below the 91 mark in 2026. Any move above 91, again, that is going to put pressure on our markets. If we look at the Indian government bonds 10-year yields, so agar hum yields ki baat kare, so Japan 10-year yields have seen a steady rise. It's at around 2.079%. So I think chances are that Japan are going to increase more rates in the future. That is only going to push the yields higher. If we look at the US government bonds 10-year yields, again, that is at 4.16%. So relatively, it has stayed flat. I think any move above 4.5, 4.6, that could again put pressure on our markets. If you look at the Indian government bonds 10-year yields for the last 1 year, we were mainly in a range here. We had a scare where Indian government bonds yields went up to 6.7%. But either RBI has intervened and we are back to 6.6% here. So I think if I just have to talk about the key levels for India government bonds, I think 6.7 is going to be a key level to watch out. For Japan, again, it's already the yields are at the elevated level. So any fall here is probably going to help the markets. Whereas for US, I think 4.2% remains a key resistance mark. Any move above 4.2% could probably lead to funds flowing to US or Japan. I think Japan is something that needs to be watched out in 2026 because Fed is expected to cut rates. India again is expected to probably keep the rates steady or cut rates here, but I think Japan will probably go for more rate hikes, and that is going to push the yields higher. That could make the Japanese markets attractive, and probably we could see some yen carry trade unwinding, taking place. Probably even US markets will see a sell off because Japan has a lot of holding in US treasuries. So chances are that we could see some outflows in the US markets as well. If we see the other indicators, so crude oil continues to be in a downtrend. As long as we are below the $65 a barrel mark, the overall trend is likely to remain negative. India VIX is at the lower levels here. So today also we hit a new low of 8.7. So we saw record closing by India VIX in the last year. I think we have a new low in India VIX. So the volatility, again, we can clearly see that there is no volatility in the markets. Currently, we are at the lower end of our historical volatility. And you can see the price action also remains subdued. So we know for a fact that silver and gold both had a phenomenal year. I think commodities overall had a good year, whether you look at gold, silver, palladium, copper, barring crude oil, almost all the metals have done well. So silver, I think post hitting the 83-84 mark, we have seen some profit booking coming in silver here. So healthy correction is required in silver. Similarly, I feel gold also, I think post hitting the $4,560 an ounce mark, we have seen profit booking in gold as well. But despite the profit booking, the overall trajectory is still up. I think gold and silver are still in an uptrend. But don't expect that the same returns might probably come in gold and silver in the next year as well. I think this one, and it is not advisable to enter in gold and silver at these levels. I think wait for a correction, maybe wait for a good healthy correction before entering into gold and silver again. If you look at the FII positioning, if we see the FII positionings here for the last 7 sessions, FIIs have sold close to 14,500 crores in the cash market. So clearly FIIs का sentiment bearish ही है हमारे market से. I think पूरा 2025 बीत गया और अब तक FIIs हमारे markets में आए नहीं है. So a lot of factors will play into. I think the Q3 numbers, which will begin now, that will be very important. Then the union budget, which is scheduled on February 1st, that will be important. Then I think the Japan story will be very important. And I think growth is what will attract the FIIs. If they see, if they find Indian markets attractive, they see Indian markets are growing, earnings are improving for mid cap, small cap, large cap companies. I think definitely, hopefully in 2026, they come back to our markets. Even the long short ratio hovers around 8.86%. So clearly, again, they are still holding up heavy short positions in index futures. So I think the momentum will pick up, I think, once they start covering their shorts in index futures. Now, I want to discuss some interesting data. I hope you all are able to see my Excel here. So what I've done is, usually I do this analysis at the start of the year. So basically what I've done is I've taken all the years from 2015 to 2025, and I have marked the open, high, low and close for Nifty, and I have also mentioned the yearly returns for Nifty as well. So for 2015, what is the open date, what was the low date, what was the high date, and obviously the close date will be 31st December. So what I've done is I've done four things here. ओपन प्राइस से लो प्राइस, मतलब अगर मार्केट एक लेवल पे ओपन होता है कितना लो तक वो जाता है. सो आई हैव डन वन कॉलम वेर इन I get to see how low does Nifty drop from the open. Then I have one more column where it shows how high has Nifty gone from the open years, that is open to high. Then I mentioned the yearly returns here, and then I mentioned high to low difference. So if Nifty has made a low and it has made a high, what has been the difference from high to low here? So if you see, this is last 10 years data. If I do an average of open to low, that comes to around 9.45% on the downside. So if you exclude the COVID year, which was an outlier, so that comes to around 7%. So chances are that either we can drop 9% from the open, or probably we can drop 7 to 9% is the range on the downside. So today, this year, we opened at 26,173. That was the open for this year. So ideally, if you see how low can we go, looking at the historical average, I think we can go probably 7 to 9% down. That's the worst case scenario. That's what the average says for the last 10 years. So right now, Nifty is at around 26,150. If we go down, if Nifty corrects from the current level, the max we can go down is probably until 23,650, 23,700. That's somewhere in the range of 7 to 9% here. So that's the worst case scenario if we go down. If you look at the yearly returns for the last 10 years, Nifty has given a positive close. So the average returns was around 11.4%. Last 2 years, if you see, we barely managed to cross 11%. 9% in 2024. I think 2022 we made only 4%. Then I think 2025, last year we made around 10.5%. So if you see, the yearly returns are around 11%. So let's say we closed yesterday at around 26,129. If we expect a conservative figure, an average return of 11%, I think we can end the year somewhere around 29,000, 29,100. If we get 11% return, that is what the average says. And how high can we go from the open? So if you see the open to high data for the last 10 years, the average comes to around 16.86%. So roughly, if you exclude the COVID year, it comes to 17. So roughly we can move higher until 16, 17% on the upside. So looking at where the open is, I think maximum we can go up probably in the next 1 year could be around 3,500, 3,600. So that's the best case scenario. On the downside, we can go towards 23,600, 23,700, while probably we could end the year somewhere around 29,000. That's the most conservative figure. So usually this data helps you in terms of how much low can you expect Nifty to go from the open, how high can Nifty go from the open, and what could probably be the yearly returns. And I've just taken the average returns here. Obviously, the actual data can differ from the average returns. So that is one data that I wanted to share with you guys. Now, if we look at Nifty, so Nifty, I think we got a very strong close yesterday. Nifty again closed above its 20-day EMA. And I feel on an immediate basis, this 50-day EMA of 25,850, 25,800, that can continue to act as a strong support for Nifty. Immediate resistance is at 26,250. But I think once we take out 26,250, the next resistance is around 26,300, 26,350 levels. I think for Nifty to move higher, it's very important that Nifty takes out this high. The previous two times Nifty has managed to hold above its 50-day EMA, so chances are that 25,800, 25,850 is something that Nifty can hold on the downside. If you look at Sensex, so even Sensex has a pretty similar story. We got a strong closing yesterday. Even Sensex has closed above the 20-day EMA here. So the previous swing low 84 400, 84 450, that is likely to act as a strong short-term support for Sensex. The immediate resistance would be the previous swing high of 85 700. I think once Sensex takes out 85 700, chances are that we can move towards 86 100, 86 150 in the short term. So Sensex is still away from its previous swing high, whereas Nifty is very closer to the previous swing high here. So I think even Sensex is expected to hold 84 400, 84 500 on the downside. And I think once this level is taken out 85 700, I think then chances are that we can move towards 86 100 in the short term. Now talking about Bank Nifty, so Bank Nifty, we saw Bank Nifty was, witnessing a choppy movement. I think right from 9 December, until 30th, almost for the last 20 days of December, we could see that there was clear indecision in Bank Nifty. And I think yesterday Bank Nifty gave a downward sloping trendline breakout thanks to the momentum that we are seeing in the PSU space. So PSU stocks are doing well in today's trade. So the likes of Union Bank, Bank of Baroda, Canara Bank, all these stocks are doing well, even Bank of Maharashtra for that matter. So PSU banks, keep an eye on that. So Bank Nifty has given a breakout. So hopefully Bank Nifty holds on to 59 100, 59 200 on the downside. That is where the 20-day EMA is placed. And if the current move sustains, I think we can expect 60,100, 60,150 levels in the short term in Bank Nifty. So sentiment has clearly changed in Bank Nifty. I think it is moving from a period of indecision to a potential outperformance that we can see in the coming days. Now talking about the key sectors to watch. So today again there is a good support from the IT counters. So IT counters have been under some profit booking in the last couple of sessions. So TCS is up 0.62. Infy and Wipro both are up in the range of 1.3 1.4%. Eternal today is up 2%. If you see oil and gas, में Reliance का support है 0.5% higher. Today, relatively, the BFSI space is quite. HDFC, ICICI Bank are flat. Axis Bank is doing well. It's up 0.5%. Shriram Finance, what a year it has been for Shriram Finance. It's up around 1.25%. Bajaj Twins are down. Auto numbers, I think Mahindra and Mahindra is up 1%. Bajaj is up 1%. So good support from the auto space as well. FMCG continues to be a drag. I think ITC is down 8%. That is on account of the new excise duty, which is going to be levied on tobacco and your pan masalas, etc. So your cigarettes are going to become cheaper. I think that is weighing on ITC, which is down around 9%. Hindustan Unilever is also down. Good support from the metal space, cement space. L&T is up 1%. NTPC, Power Grid, both are doing well. Adani Ports, Indigo is doing well. So I think barring almost all the sectors are doing well today, barring Bajaj Finance, which is down 1.2%. ONGC is down 0.76. ITC has been the major drag for index, which is down 8%. BL is down around 1%. Dr. Reddy, I think pharma stocks are seeing some pressure. Dr. Reddy is down 1.5% here. Now, if we look at the sectors to watch, अगर हम पिछले एक साल का data देखें, which are the sectors that have done well in 2025? So 2025 definitely has been the year of PSU banks. So PSU banks, the overall index has gained around 31% in the last 1 year. So I think we have discussed some good names in PSUs: Union Bank, Bank of Baroda, Canara Bank, Bank of Maharashtra, Indian Bank. All these stocks have had a great run in 2025. Followed by metal. Metal also gave a closing of around 30%. So the likes of Hindalco, JSW Steel, Jindal Steel, APL, Apollo, Vedanta, all these names, I think we have roughly, I think, closing around 150 live trading sessions now. The live mid-market sessions. I think we have discussed all these names multiple times, in the last 1 year. Auto also has given a good return of around 23% in the last 1 year. The likes of Mahindra, Maruti, TVS Motors, Ashok Leyland, Motherson, all these stocks have had a great run in the last 1 year. If you see, defense has done well, so around 17%. So you could see in the month of May to June, if you remember, during Operation Sindoor, we had defense stocks rallying a lot, but the momentum has kind of fizzled out in the defense space here. I think this was only the period from May to June, that 1 month period where defense stocks were buzzing. And I think since then it has kind of moderated and it has gone down. So PSU banks, metal, auto had a good run in 2025. But the sectors that underperformed in 2025, I think I would say namely three of them, or in fact four of them for that matter. Realty was down around 15%. So if you are looking for any contra bets in 2026, then I think the sectors that you need to keep a track on, one would be realty, like Cobra Realty, Phoenix Limited, Godrej, DLF. These are some of the names that you can keep a track on. I think hopefully Realty has underperformed. Chances are that it can again underperform in the coming year. But there is also hope that, probably there could be some recovery that we can expect in Realty. Even IT had not a great 2025. IT was down around 12%. So we are seeing some pickup in the IT space. Your likes of Infosys, Persistent, Coforge, HCL Tech, Emphasis, all these counters are seeing some traction currently. Even tourism stocks were down. I think Indian Hotels, Chalet Hotels, Lemon Tree Hotels, all these counters saw some profit booking. Even pharma and healthcare, if you see, pharma was down around 3.5%. So it has not been a good year for pharma, IT, realty, and tourism. So hopefully, there we could see some recovery in these sectors in the coming year. Now, if you talk about the key stocks to watch out and the key sectors, the first stock that I want to talk about is, like I said, PSU Banks has been the best performing index for 2025. And if you look at the daily chart of Bank of Baroda, we have got a consolidation breakout on the daily scale. So Bank of Baroda was largely, moving in that 298 to 281 zone. And seems like, it's on course to give a breakout here. But if it sustains about 295, chances are that we can see a fresh leg of rally coming in Bank of Baroda, with around 285 acting as a strong support for the stock. Apart from that, APL Apollo, like I said, it's part of the metal space. Even metal has, metal is doing well. So APL Apollo has again given a fresh breakout on the daily scale here. So I think it's very important that it holds above 1890. That's an important support for APL Apollo. So as long as APL Apollo holds above 1890, chances are that the stock is likely to continue its up move. Apart from that, TVS Motors, so we have also discussed the auto names as well. So TVS again has given a fresh breakout on the daily scale here. So TVS was kind of moving in this zone around 3550 on the downside and 3730 on the upside. This is the zone in which TVS Motors was moving in. And I think even TVS Motors has given a breakout. RSI has moved above 60. So it's very important that even TVS Motors holds above 3730. That is likely to act as a strong support for the stock. Apart from that, Axis Bank. So Axis Bank, it was already in a good trend. Then we could see this big red candle of 5%, and then it moved into a consolidation phase. And again, we can see some recovery coming in Axis Bank as well. The overall sentiment in Bank Nifty is improving. So, Axis Bank, the important support is around 1220, 1225. And I think Axis Bank can move towards 1300, 1310 in the short term. Apart from that, even Karur Vysya Bank, if you see Karur Vysya Bank again, that has this stock has also given a breakout on the daily scale. The 258 was acting as a strong resistance. There is a pickup in the volumes here. ADX seems to have been rising. So that indicates that the bullish trend is kind of getting stronger. The important support for Karur Vysya will be around 255. As long as it holds about 255, the overall trend is likely to be positive for Karur Vysya Bank. Apart from that, even LTF, so अगर हम LTF देखेंगे, So LTF has also given a downward sloping trendline breakout on the daily scale. These are all some really good chart patterns that we are seeing, stocks that are in good traction, good momentum, and showing good relative strength as well. So LTF also has given a downward sloping trendline breakout. So around it needs to hold about 310. That's a strong support for LTF. And I think LTF can continue to keep moving higher. Probably we can expect 330, 335 in the short term, with around 305 acting as a strong support for LTF. Apart from that, ICICI Prudential, that is also one stock that continues to do well. I think post breaking out, it had a retest till its 20-day EMA, then it moved up, and then it was kind of consolidating in this range. 658 on the upside, and around 645 on the downside. And yesterday ICICI Prudential gave a breakout with volumes, and today we are seeing a strong follow through move in the counter. I think if this continues, I think we can ideally expect 675 followed by 685 levels in the short term, with around 655 acting as a strong support for ICICI Prudential. If you look at Maruti also, it's on the cusp of a breakout. So 16800 is a strong resistance for Maruti. And Maruti has been moving in an extremely tight range since the last 7-8 sessions now. And I think any breakout above 16800 can lead to the price of Maruti even moving higher. And 16500, that zone is likely to act as a strong support for Maruti. So that was all about today's mid-market session. That is the first session of 2026. So I hope it was informative. And my only request to you guys is, I think you are the word of mouth for us. So only you can spread a word about this Bitbucket Live with SBI Securities, so that more and more people join in, and hopefully the subscriber base of SBI Securities YouTube channel increases, and at least 5x and 10x of more people join in this mid-market sessions. And hopefully by the next year, we could have literally more people joining in here. Okay, so now let us start off with our question and answer session. If you have any queries, any doubts, do let me know in the chat box. So I think Ajay ji is asking for NCC. NCC, it's better to avoid. The stock is in a clear downtrend. I think if you are holding, then I think you can hold with an SL of 150, 155. Avoid fresh entry in NCC. Happy New Year to you as well, Sudhakar ji. Your viewer ITC. See, from a long-term perspective, it's good, but I would say avoid ITC for now. I think it has cracked massively. I think the next support is probably 340. It can move towards 345, 340 in the short term. See, from a long-term perspective, I don't think it's a stock that needs to be sold, but I think from a short-term perspective, it's better to stay away from ITC for now. Vinay ji is asking for Mrs. Vector. Vector we avoid karna, Vinay ji, because भले ये pullback आज आया है 7% from the lows, the overall trend is still negative. I think जब तक हमें 270, 275 के ऊपर breakout नहीं मिलता है, till the time the lower high structure is not negated on the daily chart, it's better to avoid this counter. CDSL avoid karna, Amod ji, because CDSL clearly downtrend pe, I think below 1400, 430. 1430, it can go down even further down. It's better to avoid CDSL for now. Cummins is good. I think Cummins, you can probably, if you are holding, then maybe around 4,340, 4,350 is where you can consider your support. I think any move above 4,575, that is likely to be positive for the stock. Dinesh ji, LT is also good. I think LT has given a fresh breakout. I think you can continue to hold with around 4,050 as a strong support for LT here. I didn't get your question, Shubh Prasad ji. Suresh ji is asking for RVNL. See, if you look at RBRL, see, I feel there is a structural change that we can see on the daily charts. It has given a downward sloping trend line breakout, plus EBA breakout. I think it's very important that it sustains about 350. As long as it stays about 350, Sureshji, I still feel the trend is likely to stay positive. But if we don't see any reversal signs around 350, then it's better to avoid RBRL for now. बैंक ऑफ महाराष्ट्र यू कैन होल्ड. आई थिंक बैंक ऑफ महाराष्ट्र का स्ट्रक्चर काफी अच्छा है. सो अगर हम it's at 63, maybe you can probably trail your stop loss to 60, 61, so that even if it goes down, you will still end up making money. I think Bank of Maharashtra has given a fresh breakout on the daily chart, and clearly the momentum is in the PSU space, so you can continue to hold Bank of Maharashtra. BHEL is also good counter, Karthik ji. BHEL, ideally, see, there is one resistance in the zone of 295. I think once 295 is taken out, we can expect 305 in the short term, with around 270 or probably around 270, 275 should act as a strong support for BHEL. The overall structure is positive. Geo Finance, Chandrasekhar ji, can we build? I think फिलहाल के लिए avoid करना, because see, the overall trend is not very strong, and I think better to wait until we don't get a breakout above 305, 310. तब तक इसको hold. I think avoid करना better है. इसको थोड़ा सा अभी भी trend इसका negative ही है. South Indian Bank. South Indian Bank, see, it's kind of consolidated. I think if maybe above 41 should be attractive. I think for now it's better to avoid South Indian Bank. Bank of Baroda, yeah, Bank of Baroda is good. Yeah, I think between South Indian Bank and Bank of Baroda, I would go for Bank of Baroda. I think you can consider around 285 as a support. Canara Bank continue to hold. Keep trailing the stop loss, Venkatesh ji. Not advisable to exit. I think you can probably trail your SL to around 150. Let's say from 154, if it goes to 158, trail it to 152. If it 158, it goes to 162, trail it to 158. Keep riding the trend and keep trailing your stop loss higher, because it's always advisable to trail the stop loss in the direction of the trend, and not advisable to, I think, push the stop loss when it's against the trend here. Now, since it's with the trend, it's keep trailing your stop loss higher. Harishji, Marikom, the only problem is the chart structure is attractive. It looks like Marico is giving a breakout here, but my only concern is FMCG as a sector has not outperformed. So I think you can take a chance in Marico with around 735 as an SL. Have a strict SL, maybe go with a staggered approach. Maybe don't go all in at one go. Maybe probably go with a lesser risk at Marico here. See, the chart structure definitely it's attractive, but the overall sector is yet to perform. Bajaj Housing Finance. The overall trend is negative. Don't add for now, Srikanji. I think below 93, it can fall even further. Clearly, the trend is down, guys. I think it's better to avoid Bajaj Housing Finance. Sale again, continue to keep trailing your stop loss higher. I think आप सेल का क्या कर सकते हो, मे बी अराउंड 142 143 के आसपास आप आपका ट्रेल कर सकते हो. मे बी इफ यू वांट यू कैन टेक आउट 60% ऑफ योर पोजीशंस. द रिमेनिंग 40% यू कैन ट्रेल अबाउ द कॉस्ट. Maybe above 142 143 is where you can trail, and keep trailing higher as and when the price moves up. Because overall metal space एक strong trend में, so it is not advisable to book profits now. Keep riding the trend. जितना आप उसका जूस निकाल सकते हो तब तक आप निकालने की कोशिश करो उसको, but keep trailing the stop loss higher. Nifty small cap is -6% this year. Do we see? I think I read one interesting data about small caps. So whenever small caps has ended the year negatively, the next year we have seen a smart rebound. So any year small cap has given a negative close, the next year has generally been positive for small caps. I'll get the data in tomorrow's session. I'll show you the data here. I don't have the data right in front of me. But I think hopefully, 2026 small caps might close in the green, going by what the data says. SBI, I can't give a view on SBI Venkatesh ji due to compliance. Vector Food मैंने बताया था आशा जी, Vector Food की हम बात करें, better to avoid. The overall trend is still down. जब तक हम 275 के ऊपर नहीं जाते, it's better to avoid Vector Food. नारायणा रुद्रालया थोड़ा सा और रुक जाते हैं बिकॉज अभी भी थोड़ा सा ट्रेंड see there is a downward sloping breakout. Let's wait for a couple of more days in Narayana. Abhi tak too early to say if we can consider this as a reversal yet. Coforge की बात करें, so Coforge I think one IT counter that is probably not doing well. Better to avoid Coforge as well. It is below its 200-day EMA. I think there are better names in IT space. I think you can look at Emphasis. अगर मैं IT की बात करूँ यहाँ पे, it's better to avoid Coforge. If we look at the IT space here, LTTS avoid, Persistent avoid. Infi is strong. Wipro is strong. TechM is strong. Coforge is weak. I think only Infosys, Wipro, and TechM, these are the strongest looking counters in IT for now. Tata Steel again continue to hold, keep trading a stop loss higher, Santosh ji. Maybe around 176 के आसपास आप आपका स्टॉप लॉस ट्रेल कर सकते हो. TMP भी अवॉइड करना. टाटा मोटर्स पैसेंजर व्हीकल्स अभी भी डाउन ट्रेंड में ही है. ऑटो इंडेक्स इतना स्ट्रांगली आउटपरफॉर्म करने के बावजूद ये एक पर्टिकुलर स्टॉक है जिसने अंडर परफॉर्म किया है. सो क्लियरली इट्स बेटर टू अवॉइड टाटा मोटर्स पैसेंजर व्हीकल्स फॉर नाउ गाइस. Any other queries, guys? Do let me know in the chat box. Prabodh ji is asking for AB Capital. AB Capital is good. I think you can continue to hold Prabodh ji with around 345, 344, 345 as an SL. See, for extremely long term, you should be seeing from a 10 to 15 years perspective. That case, I think gold bees is a good option. But I think थोड़ा और रुक जाओ. अगर आपको स्टार्ट अभी से अगर आप फ्रेश स्टार्ट कर रहे हो तो थोड़ा सा और करेक्शन के लिए रुक जाओ गोल्ड बीज में. दैट इज व्हाट आई वुड से. मुझे लगता है थोड़ा और करेक्शन आ सकता है कंसिडरिंग द फैक्ट दैट लास्ट 1 year has been phenomenal. Almost from 63 ऑलमोस्ट 100% रिटर्न्स हमें गोल्ड बीज ने दिया है लास्ट 1 year में. सो थोड़ा सा प्रॉफिट बुकिंग हो सकता है. I think then it would be good time to enter. Okay, if I look at life insurance, avoid Ajay ji. I think clearly the trend is down. I think if you are holding, then around consider 835 as a support. I think below 835 the price can move down even further. ABSL AMC good. एक rounding bottom pattern definitely दिख रहा है. I think if you are holding, avoid fresh entry for now, but if you are holding, then consider 775, 780 as a SL or a support for Aditya Birla. Yeah, Mahindra is good. I think Mahindra has also given a downward sloping trendline breakout on the daily chart. Yeah, I think Mahindra is good. I think you can have around 3,660, 3,665 as a strong support for Mahindra. Clear, guys. So I hope that today's session was informative. I have only one request to you guys. Please spread the word. Please let your friends, families, relatives know about these mid-market sessions. उनको तब पता चलेगा जब आप लोग बोलोगे. अगर आपको genuinely, I'm not pressurizing you or forcing you to just spread the word randomly. If you genuinely find value in these sessions, if you find that I address your queries, your concerns, if you're generally happy with the mid-market sessions only, then you can refer it to your friends and relatives. And there is definitely no compulsion from my side. I think the appreciation is my motivation here. And do let me know what else do you want me to cover, so that I can whatever little that I know, whatever experience that I've gained in the last 8-9 years in the markets, I would definitely like to share with you guys in the form of webinar and also through the live sessions here. Okay, so that's all from today's session. See you guys, and now see you tomorrow at 12:30 for the mid market session. Until then, bye guys, take care and stay safe. Bye guys and take care. See you.